Akunani Apsheni. Welcome to another episode of Relax with Ntombi Zulu. Yes, guys. And again, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for the love, guys. But we need to subscribe, guys. Please let's subscribe. Tell your uncles, and let's share and let's. But most importantly, we need to view, guys. You know, like this show is very, very informative. If you can take some time to sit down and watch my interviews, you'd actually find that a lot of information that you probably didn't know about. But anyways, focusing on today's guest, yes, I have Mr. Vaya, guys, the cool sneakers, the cool guy from Ekatlehong. So today we're just gonna relax with him, get to know him better, and ask about his journey and how he got to where he is today. Themba, please just introduce yourself to the viewers. Just give us a bit of your background. Okay.
I was actually born in Mpumalanga.
All right.
And then my family moved to Ekatlehong.
Okay.
And I was very young. So I grew up at Ekatlehong, went to school at Ekatlehong.
Where?
I went to different schools. I started at Themba to Emavimbe.
Okay.
And then I went to Enoglunga.
Okay.
And finally I went to Mponseng.
I would have Lili. And then further education, because we're still on the school thing.
Yes, and then when I completed the matricum and I've always had a passion for writing.
Okay.
So then I went into journalism.
Nice.
I was a journalist for about 10 years.
So by profession, you're a journalist?
Yeah.
What? That is so cool. Okay. And then, so the time you're a journalist, what?
Okay, I started Uma community newspapers. Okay. I started at Jamestown City News.
Which year was this?
This was 2003.
Wow.
Really age so.
Yes, because 2003 that means a crash. I'm joking. I'm old. Okay, yeah.
So around 2003, and then I moved to a drama around 2007.
Nice. Nice.
And then I worked for a website. I went and worked for a brief time. I went to 702.
Nice.
Something with the SAFM as well.
Wow.
And then eventually, then I left. I started my own thing in terms of business.
Okay, right. So before we move to the whole starting your own thing, just tell me a little bit about your family. Like, when did you guys decide to come to Ekatlehong? What was the reason? Maybe just give me a background about yourself.
My family.
Yes.
I come from a big family.
Okay.
When you come from a big family, you learn to speak up. You have to.
Yeah, you have to stand up for yourself.
Because there's a lot of noise. Your voice has to be heard. So I guess growing up, I was that person that wanted to be heard, and I felt that through writing, I could write, share my message. But growing up in that family, you learn a lot of things because you are surrounded by a lot of people and there's
different personalities.
And so I grew up in that environment, and it's one of those things that I feel it groomed me, to be the person that I am today, because whatever business that I'm doing now, it always involves people, and I really, really enjoy that.
Okay, now so let's move on to your businesses. So you were a journalist for quite some time.
Yeah.
And then what did you do after? Your first business, actually.
My first business. The first business I did was a PR, because naturally, when you do journalism, it's the easiest transaction to go into.
Okay.
PR is more like
they related. I'm a cousin. Yeah.
So I moved into PR, and I did PR for a couple of years, and luckily. Fortunately, I met a guy, who I was doing PR for, and he was a businessman from Ekatlehong as well.
Nice.
People may know him, the late Lebo Khitsane.
Oh, yes,
and whilst I was doing PR for him, he introduced me to a business, Emma Tombstones, as well. But EPR basically was the first business before I moved into Tombstones. So that's where, I learned a lot in terms of business. I made a lot of mistakes when I was doing PR. I learned a lot of lessons, and then after PR, then there were other businesses that I moved into.
All right, and then so what made you decide, okay, yabona mina nguThemba, and I'm making a decision, ukuthi manje I am done working for someone. I'm going to go start my own thing. What made you do all of that?
I'm a firm believer in purpose,
Okay.
So when I went into writing, it was because I wanted to make a difference in people's lives.
Okay.
And it was that drove me, because whenever I would read newspapers or read magazines or read novels, there was something that would happen in terms of my own life. The experience that I would, acquire from those, literature, I would translate it into my own life.
Nice.
So then I realized whenever I would read newspapers or read magazines, I felt those people were making a difference. They were impacting people, changing people's
lives. Yeah.
So that was partly one of the reasons I went into journalism, to make a difference.
Okay.
So when I moved to Edram and we started writing a lot of celebrity news, I felt, after some time, a lot of celebrity news is about rumors, it's
gossip, it's drama, it's
those things, and you're constantly searching for something that is going wrong in someone's life. That gains a lot of scandal and gains a lot of popularity. And whilst I was doing that, I felt, I'm no longer in my purpose. I'm no longer making a difference.
So
yes, and it was that moment where I felt I should move out of it and start something where I'd feel I'm still making
a difference.
And a difference, yeah. So that's how I made the leap, and I said I'm starting my own business, because then I could dictate the direction at which I can take in terms of life.
Wow. Oh my God, wow. You're a great human being. You are a great human being. And then, so it was PR, and then it was Tombstones, and then what?
Then, there was
sorry to cut you, ne? Sorry to cut you. Let's get a bit into the Tombstones. Tombstones, what exactly do you offer? Because I think you're still doing it now, ne? Yeah, so what exactly do you offer? Sell your Tombstone business. Sell it.
With Tombstones, we always say, with us, we don't really make tombstones. We make memories.
You create memories.
We create memories because we design tombstones that that are so unique. They reflect the personality of that person. So it's not just a tombstone. It's a memorial. It's something that when you visit, you are reminded of the history and the personality of that person that has been laid to rest. So I've been in that business for years. I'm still doing it now, and what we do is we manufacture the tombstones from scratch. So I've got a factory, and I've got a couple of guys that work in the factory.
Nice.
So that's basically something that I'm also passionate about.
Okay, and if someone wants a tombstone, where do they get you?
No, they can go onto our website. We've got a website. It's called Manyano Tombstones. Manyano. It's Manyano.
Okay.
Manyano Tombstones, and they can find our details there, or you can go on our social media pages and you'll find more information on there.
Nzwile guys, tombstones. Okay, and then what else do you do?
Okay, finally, what I'm doing now, which is something that I'm very passionate about, is whilst I was growing up, before just getting into it, whilst I was growing up, I realized from school, when we would have cultural days, and events, and on those days you had to put on your best outfit.
Yes. I never went. I was poor.
And
joking.
I always noticed whenever I would go there, the shoes for me were very important, because shoes really affect the way you feel, your confidence. And I guess that's why with ladies, buy a lot of shoes. So
true.
Shoes are very important to a person's self-esteem. I realized it when I was growing up, and there were times where I would refuse to go to certain events because I didn't have the shoes for that.
Wow.
So I was like, I'm not gonna go because I know everybody's going to be wearing your all-star and I don't have your all-star. And it was always that. And the friends I grew up with, we always wanted to match because we knew if we were wearing these Air Force Ones or whatever it is, always got, you know, those looks and always got that reception. So now, growing up, it always has been something that's always at the back of my mind in terms of shoes.
Yes.
Now, as the years passed on and I was telling you about the purpose, and I realized that one of my purpose in life is whatever that I do, it has to inspire somebody. You know, if it doesn't inspire somebody, then I'm out of my purpose. So that also informed the decision to start Vaya. And I realized, you know, purpose in terms of inspiration and at the same time confidence. If you combine the two and you give that to someone, you know, you give them sort of that boost to go for whatever dream that they have. And that is when Vaya was born. I said, you know, if I could start a shoe brand that gives somebody the confidence to go for their dreams and also inspire them, you know, inspire them to say, whatever situation that I'm going through, it doesn't matter, I can face the challenges and really go for whatever dream that I have. And that's how it was born.
Do you know what I like about you? So I'm listening to you and all your life stories. Everything that you've done and everything that you're still doing, it's like you relate from it. You know, it's like it's your thing. You started a shoe because you're passionate about shoes. You're a journalist because you like writing. You wanted to be heard. You wanted to make a difference. You know, like, it's so nice talking to you. And I think also my viewers at home would agree with me, Mangiti. You're one of the few people maybe that literally followed their hearts. Do you understand? Azangu benalento ukuthi, hey mara mategi, hey mara journalism, hey mara, you understand? Like, you just went and chased after what you feel makes you happy, right?
And it comes with some challenges. Because, for an example, when I decided to be a journalist, it wasn't a popular decision at home because at the time they felt good. I was very good with the physics and
yes.
Why don't I be engineer? Why don't you be engineering or do something, a career that is paying, that's going to make a lot of money? And at the time, it didn't make sense to anybody because they'd never known somebody from my family or even surrounding that became a journalist.
True.
So we touch up, you know, and so it comes with that challenge of overcoming that resistance from at home. So I guess from that young age, I did try doing things that
would make other people happy. We all have.
And you become miserable.
Yes.
You become miserable, and at the end of the day, you're the one that has to live with that choice.
Yes.
And so I guess I can say I became a rebel because I had a fallout with my own father because I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do what is in my heart, and I don't regret anything. When I look back, I'm like, I followed my heart, even if it didn't take me wherever I wanted to, but at least I did whatever that was in my heart.
And you're still in the journey, you know, you eventually gonna get to where you wanna be, you know. And I can tell do something that you love. Even when the challenges and whatever come, and you're passionate about it, you know. Okay, so the take is Vaya. Who designed them?
Okay, it was a collective effort.
Okay.
So you'd have an idea. I had an idea of how it is.
Okay.
Usually I'm with somebody, Ulrato, that I work with.
Hi, Ulrato, we see you.
So Ulrato, one morning I came to her and I'm like, I've got a notepad and I'm like, I've got this idea of a sneaker and I've even got the name and I've even got the concept behind it. So I showed her the design. I don't think she knew what was happening on that paper because I'm not a really So but luckily there's people that will help you.
Yes, to modify whatever. Yes,
So it was that collective effort of saying, okay, here we can do this, here we can do that, and it came together and became what it is today.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna ask you this question. I think most people struggle with this, ne? E-capital.
Yeah.
So you said PR You said journalists, PR, and then techies. So the capital to start, I know, because you need to manufacture. I know because advertising. So you don't get a capital layer because you make them from scratch and all of that. How are you able to raise those funds?
Okay, that's a very good question. How I would answer it is, okay, initially when I started the PR, I had money because I had quit my job, so you save, and then I lost all of that money.
What?
Lost all of it.
How?
To start from scratch. You know, business how it is.
Guys, businesses,
I had offices in Joburg, and I was paying for rent, and you know, PR, you survive on contracts. You have to get contracts. And at the time, I wasn't getting any contracts. I would get a contract, it would last for a month or two, and you go for 6 months without a contract, but you still have to pay rent, and
you still have to pay
people that you work with. So I lost money, but over the years I've been so lucky, so fortunate that one time I went. This is amazing that this comes back now. I went to this seminar of this guy. Forgot his name, but he's from the UK.
Okay.
So he was teaching us in terms of selling, how to sell,
okay,
how to start businesses. And he said something that's very profound. You know, we all ask that question. You know, our biggest struggle is capital. How do I get the capital to start something? And he said something so profound, and I never forget it. He said, you don't need money, you need a better strategy.
Wow.
I was like, okay, what does that
mean? Yeah, like
it just, you know. So then he went into detail and how it works. You know that, for an example, if you have a skill and you have some resource, and you want to start something, you have to use that skill or whatever resource that you have to get to somebody else. So, for an example, I'll make an example. If I know that there's somebody that does printing, for an example, does printing, and I know that I've got writing skills. I'm making a practical example, and I need the printing, you know, and I need something printed for me. I would go to that person and say, look, I looked at your business, I realized that there's some PR work that you need. For an example, your website needs some editing, it needs some work. I can design some stuff, I can write up some stuff for you that can, you know, enhance your business image, you know, get you more clients. I can design pamphlets, I can design a nice brochure that's very nicely written to promote your business. But I don't want your money. I want
in return
you can give me services as a printing for my own business. So I've used that philosophy everywhere that I've gone. So I've always been somebody that looks at, okay, I've got, what do I have to offer?
And back in the day, it was barter trading. Yes, I give you this, you give me that. Nice.
So I've used that strategy all my life.
Nice.
I always look at what skill do I have that I can sell to somebody, but I don't need their money. I can get something that I
in return.
So, but luckily also with the Vaya, we didn't have capital when we started. We didn't have like $1 million or anything like that. But what we had a strategy. It could have bombed and not worked, but it worked, fortunately, in our favor. What we did was we designed the sneaker, and we put it up online. We told people about it, and how we raised money.
Before you manufactured.
Before we manufactured. So we put it online, and we said to people, here's a sneaker, what do you think of it? And the response wasn't just, hey, it's beautiful. The response was, when I want it now.
Yes.
And we said, okay, you can pre-order it. And that's how we raise money.
So pre-order is deposit.
Yeah, you pay for the whole thing.
Nice.
Then people paid. Luckily, they believed in us, and I think it's just the grace of God, because it's very tough to get people to believe in you
and trust you.
And trust
you.
And people paid, and we were able just to manufacture the first. I think the first ones we did like 20 pairs, and then afterwards we did 100 pairs, and then it went, and got to us where we are now. We are able to do like 1,000 pairs.
Nice. So do you have your own factory?
No, what we do, to start a factory is very expensive.
Okay. No, do you get there? You'll get there.
We'll eventually get there.
Eventually.
With the support of the people.
Definitely.
I mean, all of us right now in this industry in South Africa, nobody owns a factory. All of us. So what is happening is there are people that own manufacturing factories. So what you do is you partner with them.
Okay.
You partner with them and they manufacture on your behalf and then you sell. But the goal is eventually we get to a point where we can start our own factory and hire our own people.
Okay, so are you looking to venture into clothing?
Yes, in the future.
Okay.
The thing is, right now, we want to establish ourselves as a shoe brand.
Okay. Like maybe have different designs,
yes, have
play around with them, yes.
And establish ourselves as a shoe brand, and then as time goes on, we can introduce other products because we don't want to dilute the message at this point. We want people to recognize us for this thing.
Okay.
Say, okay, they manufacture shoes, and that's what they do.
Yes.
And then when we are established enough,
and you are comfortable.
Yeah, introducing us.
So, personal question: you keep on saying that you guys are still starting off. Do you need any investors or?
At this moment, luckily because of the support of the people have been our investors actually, because them buying the sneaker has enabled us to grow at an alarming rate, because the brand is only 9 months old. And I've been part of a lot of businesses, and I've never been a part of a business that has grown as quickly as this one, where we're now having a store in a mall, a New Junction Mall, and we've also got a distribution center in Al Road, Albertine. So, and then we've employed people, but it's all in a space of 9 months. But the thing is, the investment came from people buying the sneaker, and that has enabled us to grow very quickly.
Would you say now part of the growing and part of what you said people trusted you and whatever, would you say that your experience as being a journalist, like your connects, do you think now they worked on your favor?
In all other businesses that I've been doing in my life, I've always used my connections, the people that I've met along the road, in my journey in business and in my career when I was as a journalist. But Vaya, the most unique thing that has happened with this business is, I always say it's the grace of God, because I cannot explain it.
How it happened.
Yes. We've never, ever, even since we've started, we haven't approached even one prominent person, a celebrity or DJ or actor or whatever. The people have come to us, and that has never happened to me. But with this brand, it tells me there's something that we are doing right.
Yes.
Whenever people are the ones that are coming to you and saying, hey, I want to be part of this, or I want to know more, or I want to have it. It tells you that you've hit a nail, you've got something right. With the other businesses, it doesn't mean it wasn't good businesses, but
you had to do the chasing.
I had to do the chasing.
Yeah.
Now with this one, people have come to us and they've said, I love the brand, I love the message behind it, and I want to be part of it. How can I assist? It's been that way throughout the whole journey that we've embarked on.
Wow. Okay, so I see you have a pair of Vaya techies.
Yes. And by the way, it's not for a display or anything. It's for you.
Yes!
We know that you're doing an amazing work.
Let us reveal the shoe, guys.
You're a person that goes for it. So we need you to be wearing the sneaker of the ambitious.
This is gorgeous. I'm sorry, this is so gorgeous. These are so gorgeous. Okay, so how much do you sell these for?
A pair is 1,000 rand.
Okay.
And if I were to speak about it as a shoe, it's very, very light. Okay. The foam that we've used inside that rubber caging, it adjusts to the shape of your foot, meaning that when you walk on these sneakers, comfort is out of this world. And we've used the prime knit. It's very, very strong. And one other feature that is there that we don't sell so much is that it also has an element of it glow in the dark as well. So
what?
go as well.
Okay, so but you know what I like about this shoe is that you guys got the perfect balance between it being, you can use it for running.
Yes.
Ungaswenka ngayo, mina ngizoswenka ngayo guys. Angigijimi ngevaya yami. Ungaswenka ngayo how did you guys manage to find that balance ukuthi?
Okay, so we realized that the sneaker business has moved from, initially sneakers were for running, and we realized that it has moved towards a lifestyle. But obviously there are people that still use sneakers for running. So we felt we have to find the balance between a running sneaker, but at the same time, you can also wear it. I've noticed whenever I used to go to the gym that people just don't wear the sneakers just for purpose of exercising. They also want you to see the swag or the
yes,
outfit. So it's not just about the function of it. It's also about the looks of the sneaker. So we wanted to balance both sides of it, the feature and also the look. So I think we
got it right.
We got it right.
No, you got it right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's perfect. Whew, I can't wait to wear my shoe. Okay, Themba, thank you so much for joining me. I had a great time. Unfortunately, we're out of time. But before we leave, I just want you to say a few motivating or encouraging words to our viewers, especially because you're one person that has tried a few businesses. You're one person that tried doing that. You ran out of money, you know, but you never gave up. I think the one thing that I really adore about you or admire is that you never gave up. You know, you kept on pushing and pushing. And the Pegamanje, come on, you guys were like, Mbonilo on Twitter, you guys were like second trending there. I'm like, yes! So yeah, please just say a few words to our viewers. Give them hope, motivate them, inspire them. Yeah.
What I would say is the most important thing that I've discovered with life is you have to find your purpose. You have to find why you are in this planet. One example is that there is nothing that God has created that doesn't serve a purpose. And I've seen that, you know, with the purpose, then you are able to share your gift with people. For example, the sun doesn't shine on itself. Water doesn't drink itself.
Yes.
A tree doesn't give itself shade.
Yeah.
So that means everything that was created, it's meant to serve something else. And that is what I always nowadays preach to people, that if I'm doing the sneaker and it doesn't serve anybody's purpose and it doesn't bring joy to someone, it doesn't add value to
someone's life,
then I'm out of my purpose. So I would encourage people to really look at what they're passionate about and, you know, zoom in on that. There might be challenges, but if you are driven by love, and I mean love of what you do, you will be able to overcome it. And I would say I've had to overcome a lot to be where I am, but all of those experiences were necessary, because in hindsight, when I look back, everything has contributed to this moment.
Yes,
that I'm in now. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Menhleli no Themba, Mr. Vaya himself, guys. Please let us support local businesses. Local businesses, but trust me, guys, I'm sitting here with my new shoe and I'm very happy. Yo, guys, my right hand is mad at me. But anyways, do not forget, guys, the shoe only goes for 1,000 Rand, and you can get it at their store in
Newtown Junction Mall, or you can buy it online on our website, www.viaforit.co.za, or you can go on our WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 082-798-5020.
And after a person places an order, how long do you take to deliver? After they make payment?
They make payment within 7 days.
Okay.
So then if it's, whether you're outside Joburg, you can deliver it. It doesn't matter where in the country, but within a period of 7 days, you get your sneaker.
And guys, you heard it. Not only are they comfortable, but they're convenient. So you can get your sneaker at the comfort of your own home. Guys, let us support Themba. But anyways, you are doing a great job. I hope uNkulunkulu akwandisele and all your dreams and everything comes true. And there you have it, guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. I still say, please do subscribe. Please do view. Please do share my show. And deuces. God bless you.